So we discuss about the multi-level queue scheduling and multi-level feedback queue scheduling. There is another class of scheduling algorithm we have seen about FCFS, round robin, SJF, preemptive, non-preemptive. This class of scheduling algorithm has been created for situations in which processes are easily classified into different groups. If processes can be classified, categorized into known or understandable different groups, then we may use multi-level queue scheduling. For instance, a common division is made between foreground, that is the interactive processes, and background, those are the batch processes. So these two types of processes have different response time. They have different response time requirement. So they might have different scheduling needs. In addition to that, foreground processes may have priority over the background processes. So these can be categorized. We know what is interactive, what is foreground, and what is batch process. So a multi-level queue scheduling algorithm, it partitions the ready queue. It partitions the ready queue into several separate queues, and the processes are permanently assigned to one queue. It is generally based on some property of the process so that it can be categorized, like the memory size, the priority, process priority, and the process type. So each queue again has its own scheduling algorithm. For instance, we have just seen that it totally depends on the categorization property. Separate queues might be used for the foreground and the background processes. So the foreground queue might be, say, scheduled by round robin algorithm, while the background process may be with FCFS, first come first serve. So in addition, or further, there must be scheduling among the queues also, because now we have different queues. So which is commonly implemented as a fixed priority preemptive scheduling. Fixed priority preemptive scheduling. For instance, the foreground queue may have absolute priority over what? The background queue. So this is very clear. Now let us take an example of multi-level queue scheduling algorithm. We have 5 queues. System processes, as you see here, interactive processes, interactive editing processes, the batch processes, and say student processes. So each queue has absolute priority over the lower priority queues. So no process in this batch queue, for instance, could run unless the queues for the system process here, his system processes, interactive processes, and the editing processes were all empty. If you have something here, this cannot start. So if an interactive editing process entered the ready queue while a batch process is going on, what will happen? The batch process is going to be taken out, that is, it will be preempted. Then we have multi-level feedback queue scheduling. So in a multi-level queue scheduling algorithm, as we have just talked, processes are permanently assigned to a queue on entry to the system. So it is every process categorized and assigned to a queue. So processes do not move between queues. There are different queues. They will not move. So this setup has the advantage of low scheduling overhead because there is no switching. But the disadvantage is the inflexibility arises. So the multi-level feedback queue scheduling, this feedback is being added. It allows a process now to move between these queues. And the idea is to separate the process with different CPU burst characteristic. So if a process uses too much CPU time, it needs to be moved, or it will be moved to low priority queue. And similarly, a process that waits too long, what will be done? if it is in lower priority queue, it will be taken, or it will be taken to high priority queue. So this form of aging, it will prevent the starvation. So this is what we have quantum 8, quantum 16. So the 8 has time less. All those which have quantum 8 or less will go here. With 8 to 16 will go here, like this. So in general, the multi-level feedback queue scheduler is defined by the parameters or properties. That is, how many number of queues, the scheduling algorithm, how many queues are there, what are the scheduling algorithms in each queue, the method which is used to determine when to upgrade a process to higher priority or when to demote a process to a lower priority queue. So this method, or the method used to determine which queue will enter or which process will enter when that process needs service, okay, which queue a process will enter. All these are the parameters. So the definition of multi-level feedback queue scheduler makes it the most general CPU scheduling algorithm. So it can be configured to match a specific system under design. But it also requires a means of selecting values of all the parameters to define the best scheduler, all of these. A multi-level feedback queue is the most general scheme, but as you see, there are so many things which needs to be seen. It is the most complex also, all of taking all into the consideration. So we have talked about the multi-level and multi-level feedback scheduling. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.